All right, welcome to this edition of The Rock's Kitchen. It's your boy Rock coming at you again live. And yes, live, all right? What we're doing is something a little different. There's no cooking going on today, all right? I told you and promised you that I would be bringing in a trainer that will answer your questions to your questions about fitness, how to get your arms toned, how to get things done. So without any further ado, let me bring in Jordan, our personal trainer today. Jordan, appreciate you coming through, brother.
Thank you for having me, man.
No, I appreciate you coming through, man. Talk to me, and yes, guys, we got Periscope going on at the same time. Try to look over here, but we'll try to get questions over here at Periscope. Talk to me about what you know in regards to vertical sleeve gastrectomy, you know, how we met and everything.
Well, I have limited experience with that personally. I've only dealt with a couple of clients that way. When you came in, you were just fresh out of the boat. And when you came in, I know that we sat down for an extensive period of time. You told me where you started from. You told me the procedures that you went through, and you told me what your goals were. Okay. You came in, you were ambitious, you were hungry, you listened, and we laid out a program for you. We built a program for you, and that's exactly what you did. You've been following that program ever since, and it shows.
Okay. All right, so what is it that you see with the success of, you know, patients who've had weight loss surgery versus some that may not have had that good success?
Honestly, the biggest thing is just sticking with it. You have to stick with it. If you don't show up, you can't get the results.
Right.
You know, if you want what you've never had, you have to be willing to do what you've never done to get it. Now, you know, the surgery is one thing in itself. That's already a huge undertaking. It's already a life-changing event. But now, okay, now it's time to take the next step. Time to go to the next level. Time to step our game up.
Right.
Now, initially, you know, after, you know, post-op and things like that, there are some scar tissue and there are, you know, limited ranges of motion and different things, that, you know, ranges of mobility that we have to work within. But within those modalities, there are things that we can start to implement immediately.
Okay. All right. So one of the things that I talk about and preach a lot on the page, man, and I saw you working with a patient or a client or whatnot, but there's that word "can't" that I just hate. That, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that.
Right.
I seen you working with a gentleman that was in a wheelchair.
Oh, Oliver, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so when you think of the word "can't," I tell people all the time, that's the first thing that comes to mind when I want to stop, when I want to quit, when I want to give up. And I see Oliver, now I know his name, when I see Oliver now, and he's pushing and pushing and pushing, and he really can't, but he can, and he's doing it.
He doesn't let anything stop him.
Correct.
That's what I tell my clients all the time. I don't do four-letter words. Can't, don't, won't, I don't want to hear it. Get rid of that, check that at the door.
All right, I've always said can,
he who
but
says they can and he who says they can't, they're both usually right.
They're both usually right.
So,
okay.
that's
So,
what I get done.
post your questions, guys, really quick on Periscope. Let me see your questions real quick. We're going to go into that section of it right now. But one of the questions that is big that the females have, they have a thing out there called bat wings. I'm not sure if you're aware of what that is, but it's, you know, a little bit of extra skin hanging underneath. Give me some ideas at home wise, because, you know, that's the thing. A lot of them, you know, well, let's be truthful, they're a little bit shy or embarrassed or ashamed to go to the gym. So what can they do at home to get through that?
Well, before we really touch on that piece, I just want to get into a separate piece. Once the skin stretches, you know, depending on how far it's stretched and for how long it's been stretched, it's going to, you know, take a different timeline to start to get that back. Okay. And there may be other things that need to be implemented further down the line. But in the meantime, as long as we start to use those muscles and things like that, the more muscle tone you carry, the more calories you're going to burn at rest no matter what. Right. So for put it this way, for every 10 pounds of muscle tone you add to your frame, on the scale that could look like an extra 10 pounds, that could look like the same, you know, weight that you were already at, that could look like a couple pounds less. Right. Because we're not just tacking on weight to you, we're transitioning you, we're changing that body type, that frame that you had. We're adding muscle tone while we're decreasing fat. Right. We can't convert fat to muscle. Right. We know this. Right. But the more muscle you carry, that 10 pounds of muscle tone, at rest, you're now burning 3,500 calories a week, doing nothing. That's a pound of fat. So as we increase your muscle tone by 10 pounds, which really doesn't take that long. I know. 90 days, 120 days, you saw it yourself. Right, right. Just from carrying that extra muscle on your frame, you're already putting your body to work 24/7. Okay. When you are sitting in the office chair, when you are sitting at home, when you are doing different things that you're not really physically, you know, mobile. Okay. Your muscle's doing it for you.
Gotcha.
So along with that, you know, as far as that flabby skin and things like that, anything you're going to do, you can engage your muscles in. You go grocery shopping. Instead of using a cart to push your groceries, I mean, unless you got like 80 pounds of groceries,
right.
If you can take 2 or 3 bags in both hands and carry them, I mean, you'll see me all the time. I'm walking around in the parking lot, I got my arms out like this.
Okay.
You know, because I'm working my shoulders, I'm working my forearms, I'm working my grip strength.
Right.
All those types of things, the more I do that, the more often I do that, the more my muscles going to be able to hold on to something longer.
So I would probably jump in and just say, you know, let's say you go grocery shopping. On your way home from the grocery store, as you're bringing the groceries up, you're right here in the kitchen, all right? You know what? Let me grab some demonstrations really quick. So here we got a grocery bag full of cans that we did. So give me an idea of what they could do.
Where you can hold it this way, right? Drop your arm, and you can just lock your elbow in at your side, right at your rib cage.
Okay.
Bring it up to a 90. Hold it right there. Now you're starting to work your biceps.
Okay.
It's also starting to work some of your shoulder. You're also working grip strength in the forearm and your hands. It's going to let you be able to do things that are a little bit harder later on.
Okay.
You bring it full the way up and then all the way back down, full range of motion. That's a curl now.
Gotcha.
Now, if you want to even turn it around, go this way, go overhead.
Okay.
Without hitting yourself in the head.
Okay.
Full extension. Now we're working our triceps and we're starting to work our lats a little bit.
Gotcha.
Okay? And that's something easy.
All right.
If you want to do something more in the shoulders, still on the same hand, you just come out laterally out to your side. Like that. You're working everything across into your traps.
And
your neck muscles.
just come down, right?
That's it.
Nothing hard.
No.
How many reps should someone do like this?
I would start 3 sets of 15.
Okay.
That's always a safe spot to be.
Okay.
In any exercise you do, 3 sets of 15 is a good starting block.
And it's not just this, right? I don't have it right now because my wife didn't send me out for milk. But take a milk jug, right?
Anything with a handle on it.
Yeah, being that this is loose and it might hit you in the head, get a milk jug. Same idea, same principle. Every single way that you can go with it, all right? As Jordan said, start here, lock the elbow right here. That's 1. That's 2. Or bring it all the way up. Bring it all the way down, all the way up. And again, the milk jug still in hand, all the way up.
Yep.
All the way up. So there's all types of different possibilities that you can do. You don't have to just go to the gym and lift. I keep telling you guys, it's not about the gym. Your gym is in your house. You have all types of possibilities going on in your house. Yes. What else you got for us, bro?
Something else you can do. They're called these flyaways. I don't know what the technical term is for them. But again, back to that, lateral locked out position. Very easy. Just shake. That's it. 2 small cans. That's all I got. And all I'm going to do is shake. I'm going to go for an extended period of time. Maybe I start at 30 seconds, work up to 45 seconds. When I get that, eventually you're going to start feeling that.
Feel like burning.
Now, without putting them down, I'm going to come upside down. I'm going to do it in the opposite direction.
Okay.
That's going to continue to work all those muscles in the arm and everything else and help tighten up that skin a bit.
Okay. All right. So right there we got 2 quick ways, 2 easy ways to really work with those bat wings as you ladies were talking about, right? So we're going to try to do this weekly, so I'm not going to sit here and do every single body part. We're going to try to do this weekly. This is part 1. I want to thank Jordan for coming by.
Thank you for having me.
Listen, these guys, man, I was a mess going into the gym. Going in thinking that I needed to do what I used to do as a former football player and just rack up 300 pounds, bench press, and go home. These guys showed me with 10-pound weights, 15-pound weights, how to start isolating and how to start working certain body parts. Again, guys, I keep telling you, the chest is getting there, the arms are there, my legs are rock hard. So it's all these things that they have me doing that don't require really, truth be told, I don't want to ruin the gym experience. You honestly don't need to go to the gym.
You don't have to be in the gym.
Here's what you need.
It helps, but you don't have to.
You really need to be mentally first that you can do it. Second is just do it. It's what Nike says. Just do it.
Just do it.
All right? There's no excuses. As I said, we got a gentleman at the gym in a wheelchair putting in the work. You can do what we just did sitting here. All right? So this is part 1. We're going to come at you. We're going to try to do this weekly. So again, I appreciate Jordan coming through. Dude, you don't understand what you've done. All right?
Guys, keep sending the questions. We'll get to them as we can.
There we go. It's been your boy Rock. 2 fingers. Weight loss starts where?
Peace.
In the kitchen. But those muscles, ooh, those muscles, baby, they made in the gym. We'll talk to you. Peace.
Peace.